Hey everybody, Alan from Dice Wrench. We are going to take a look here at material collections. So we have our material collection scriptable object here in our project. We've got it selected in this inspector that's open. You can make more of these by going right up here to your create menu, DWD, material collection. And it's scriptable object. You can put them anywhere in your project that you need them. You can initialize them at runtime, all the normal scriptable object stuff. Uh, Now, material collections have a number of managed properties and then values for those properties. The types of properties you can add are floats, colors, HDR colors, vectors, textures, keywords, and then you have an array of materials that you want to apply any of these changes to, right? So this tool is great for having a sort of pseudo-global functionality that you can use at edit time, which is extremely useful. Shader globals can be really annoying. There's sort of pros and cons. It's very, prone to typos and so forth. This gives you a sort of non-destructive workflow that you can use at edit time or at runtime to manage a whole bunch of materials simultaneously. You can also use it to operate on material property blocks, but it's a little more complicated and you'd have to write some code to do that. But the API is all there in the package. All right, so here you can see we've got our example materials 1, 2, and 3 assigned to our primitives. Very nice. We have our 1, 2, and 3 materials. That's the same one as over here. All plugged into our material collection. And so now we can go over here and we can just change this and it propagates to all of our materials, right? We can make them not metallic. We can make them smooth. Oh, smoothness is the right word. What's the standard thing called smoothness? Does anybody remember? I can't remember. Just glossiness. Thanks, Unity. Look, we're doing it live. All right. There we go. So you'll notice there I changed this property name, then I had to hit apply all properties. Maybe if I'd hit enter, that would have just worked. I can't remember. Also, if you, this is fully undoable because it's, there we go. So we backed up, but Unity doesn't read this as a property change, so it won't automatically do that for you. Sometimes you're gonna need to hit that button, which is why that button's there. But that's it. That's literally everything. There are some quirks to keyword. If you want to use keyword, let me make sure I don't lie to you, and I read you the note that I left myself about how keyword works. All right, you'll see there's a big old note here for keyword. So if you're using toggles, the toggle property drawer, you can't do that on its own. It's got to make assumptions about the keyword you want to set. So you want to make sure that you have a property, a toggle property, and then the shader keyword must be the same thing, but all caps. If you do that, it'll just work. So if you need to set keywords on and off for different features in your various materials, that's how you do it. And that will get you covered. HDR is only separate from color because the property field has to be different. So that's why there's a distinction between those two. Floats and vectors do what you expect. And that's the whole thing. Any questions or concerns, let me know. Open issues, comment, etc. Enjoy.